We have an identity crisis. The human race has an identity crisis. What we're going through right now is something tantamount to a midlife crisis or an identity crisis. Because I believe that's what cancel culture is rooted in. Because we're children of God, we have a creator, but we live in a world that's predominantly secular. Our institutions deny the existence of God. So people have been trained to see themselves as something other than a child of God, meaning they don't find their identity rooted in an eternal being that can never be threatened or destroyed. Rather, they have to find their identity in something outside of themselves, which can be destroyed, because anything outside of God can be destroyed. Okay, so people find their identity in their job, they find their identity in their sexuality, in their gender. All of those things can be threatened. All of those things can be called into question, the reality, the validity, by other people. And if someone is calling into question the reality of what you believe to be who you are, then you feel threatened on an existential level. And if someone is threatening your life, what do? You strike out, you fight back, you cancel them out, you destroy them first. That's what you try to do. That's what cancel culture is. People who don't believe that their identity is rooted in something eternal and indestructible feel threatened by someone who says, no, you have a penis, you're not a woman. I don't like your religion, I disagree with it. Okay, well, all of that should be fine if you are secure in who you are. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says or does. You know who you are. Okay, I'm not a fat person. If someone calls me fat, I'm not bothered by that. I'm a skinny person. Sometimes people comment on the fact that I'm skinny and they think that they make some judgment about it. Guess what? I still don't care, even though it's true that I'm skinny. Have your opinion. I don't get my sense of self-worth based off of what other people think of me. My feelings are my responsibility, and my feelings about myself are rooted in the fact that I'm a child of God, deserving of love and respect. I don't need to destroy another person because they don't like me or they don't agree with me. I know who I am. Now, this has come so far, this identity crisis. In the beginning, it was, okay, you don't agree with me, you don't want to do what I say, we're going to take away your job, we're going to take away your ability to earn an income, we're going to ostracize you in your community, we're going to make you feel isolated and alone. Okay, next it's, we're going to sue you if you use the wrong pronoun. Next it's, we're going to shut down your social media accounts if you keep spreading misinformation, meaning things we don't agree with. Now it's, you run a social media platform and you refuse to bend to the will of the world governments? Well, we're going to throw you in jail, sir. And we're going to throw all sorts of trumped up charges upon you because right at this very moment it's not illegal to promote free speech, but we're working on that. We're going to make an example out of you, sir. Yes, free speech is a fiction now, guys, so it's no longer safe for people like me or people like you who have opinions. We all have opinions, and people are terrified to share them because we're being threatened. Our freedom is being threatened. My YouTube channel was terminated because I'm saying things that the powers that be do not like. I'm saying the truth. Why are they threatened by that? Why do they need to dominate and control? Because they don't have ultimate power. They're not God. And they're not on the side of God. So they have to be tyrants and exert their will. God wins in the end. I have confidence in that. I realize that it is not intelligent or wise to go up against this system in certain ways. Okay, if they're throwing people in jail for free speech, I probably shouldn't be spitting my opinions, which are contrary to what the mainstream narrative is supposed to be, over a tracking device where they're listening to every word I say. There are other ways to get the message out, like face to face, which is how we should have been communicating all along. But they herded us all in a certain direction by saying, you can't have a job unless you have this app, and in order to have this app, you have to have a smartphone. Here's a tracking device. Shit like that. Like, oh, you need money to live, and to get money, you need to go to a job. In order to have a job, you need to get this vaccine. Take this vaccine. Oh, sorry, it causes heart failure. Well, yeah, see, we keep getting pushed further and further in a certain direction, and now we're painted in a corner where our freedoms have been so eroded. It's time to walk away from this bullshit. It's time to make another way. I'm not going to waste my efforts trying to fight for a way of being that I never agreed with in the first place. I never agreed with carrying around a fucking tracking device, a monitoring device. So I'm not going to fight for my right to speak to people over it. Of course it's going to be monitored. It's what it's for. They're going to use that information against us. Always. That's how it works. Why else would anyone want to monitor you? To manipulate you, to control you. That's what is going to be done always with this sort of technology. So, I'm going to take my free speech and I'm going to do it in real life, face to face. And I'm going to write stuff down and I'm going to circulate it in hard copy. I'm going to get myself a dumb phone, a burner phone, and I'm going to stop posting on social media platforms where the people in control are the same people that want to throw me in prison for speaking the truth. By me, I mean humans. I mean all of us who dare to say something contrary to the lies they're telling. They've come for our children. They've come for our free speech. They've come for our health and wellness. They've come for the land. And we're all complicit in it by continuing to go along with their bullshit. So it's time, guys, to make another way. Not to destroy, but to walk away. To make a segue.